Okay, if you remember the last session, what did we do? We actually ran some simple descriptive statistics, and I'll just take you back to the statistics. I purposely included a ratio scale and a nominal scale, and I got it to run, and I said okay, alright, and this is the output we got. Now if you look at this output, age makes sense because it's a ratio, it's an absolute figure. We know that there's someone's average age is this, or the average age of the group, minimum, maximum. However, in terms of branch, it does not make any sense because these are numbers allocated. It's like if I were to tell you now, I want to get an average of your student ID numbers, all right? And if I got an average of say 32761, does that mean that is the average of all student IDs? No, because that's very much in a nominal case. Each one of you have a mutually exclusive number. So we cannot run, or we can run, I mean, you can run in terms of SPSS. It'll spit the results to you, but it does not make sense. So I want you to understand, nominal scales, you can't do things like averages. You can only do things like frequencies that make sense. All right? So now I'm just going to show you a few more analysis using descriptive statistics. All right, so now I'm going to take branch out here because it doesn't make sense. I'm going to use years in current employment. All right, and I'm just going to bring another one here, and I want you to, debt to income ratio, because these are, and I'm going to bring another one here, which is called previously defaulted. Now, the variable previously defaulted is asking whether anyone has defaulted in a loan before, yes or no. So the answer is going to be dichotomous 1 or 2, which is very much nominal scale. All right, and let's run this and see what happens. Now, it's all come out. Now let's look at this carefully. If you look at it, age in years makes sense. Years in current employment, there's some people who are not at all, like minimum, they did not work at all, and someone 63 years, and the average here makes sense. Debt to income ratio, this makes sense. It's a ratio figure. However, if you look at previously defaulted, now what were the possible options for previously defaulted? It's either 1 or 2, all right? And let me just take you back to the actual data file and show you what are the possible options for previously defaulted. And let's look at variable view, and this is previously defaulted here. No is 1 and yes is 2. So let's go back and look at the output. What does the output tell us? The output tells us, let me cancel this off please. Let's look at the output file, and the output actually tells me that minimum is 0, maximum is 1. That makes sense, but the mean is 0.37. This is where it doesn't make sense. So again, I deliberately put in this particular variable to show you that you can give SPSS anything. The question is, how do you interpret the results? All right, so that's for descriptive statistics. Now I want to actually take you to a bit of simple inferential statistics, but before that, let me just show you some descriptive statistics where you can also have frequencies and distribution. All right, so let's look at this. And now what I'm going to do is, I've got frequencies here, I'm going to show statistics. Please provide some simple statistics. So what did I do here? I'll just start here from reset. All right, this is how it looks like at frequencies. So I say I want to know branch number, I want to know maybe customer ID. If it doesn't make sense, let's not waste time with that. Let's look at this, age in years. All right, and maybe years in current employment, and I want statistics at the same time. So you can actually do descriptive statistics and minimum maximum, same like what we had earlier, minimum maximum, and then go continue and go OK, and it should run now. So if you notice, we have the frequency. Instead of the first table here is what? The statistics or descriptive statistics. All right, for branch, it does not make any sense. But these two variables, it makes sense because branch is nominal scale. Alright, then below we have the frequency tables. If you notice, what is happening? It's a long list of numbers. So did we really need to have frequency for the age? No, because it was not in any nominal scale. You need to have frequency for years of current employment? Not really, because you really did not want to know as to how many years they were employed and the frequency for each. So again, we may have to be cautious about using frequency. Only limit them to nominal scale data, all right, and try to avoid using any form of ratio or interval. Okay, so now that's basically for descriptive statistics. The next session we will start with inferential statistics, and I'll take you through some very simple basic inferential statistics.